nonsense in store for us here in this planet. And let's take a look at what this Rahu, which is the dragon's head, and a Ketu would be the tail of the dragon. Usually it is some kind of device, astrological device, some kind of like some kind of device that is astrological, and that somewhat it kind of tends to control our actions here. So Rahu, the dragon's head, is the wild card in your horoscope. This is one planet that doesn't have a fixed role in the portfolio of planets. It doesn't have a physical point. It's a magnetic point in the zodiac with tremendous energy, similar to the concept of black holes we have read about. Rahu doesn't even have a consistent effect that can be predicted just by a simple look at the horoscope. It is usually difficult to judge Rahu's role with absolute clarity. Rahu functions through other planets that act as its agent and usually gives hazy signals that helps a good astrologer understand whether the Rahu is a giver or a taker for you in your horoscope. A positive Rahu makes a great artist, singer, scientist, business leader, politician, or creator who can come up with the new path-breaking ideas out of nowhere. It brings abundancy in work matters, and the meteoric rise when the person expected nothing. Rahu can create a marriage or a relationship with a person when you least expect it to happen. A positive Rahu can bring political power, slash money in huge quantities, and amazing income from government channels that could bring in more cash than your wildest dreams. But this one has everything to do with the Dracos. The Drakes command all this, and the Drakes are controlling the economy and politics. Rahu gives amazing deal-making abilities and makes one walk away with deals that nobody thought existed. Overseas gains, success in areas where others have failed, and heavy gains in speculation are gifts of a positive giver, Rahu. And it also can be the taker. You see, it gives but also take back, so it punishes. Now, a negative Rahu gives negative thoughts and depressive thinking. It could bring about trouble in Texas and a criminal bent of mind. There could be wild gambling urges that could push one's finances to ruin, and it's also the key reason for issues like alcohol addiction and substance abuse. The taker Rahu pushes a person to bad business decisions, working with unreliable people who hold out false promises and instead thoughts that makes them feel they are right when they are not. punishing Satan, and this Rahu thing always has something to do with this damned Satan. So a punishing Satan gives depressive tendencies, sadism, and reclusive demeanor. It brings out delays in all milestones of life, like marriage, children, a lingering disease, trouble in earning and spending money, poor relationships, poor and bad appearance, and troubles from all ends. The punishing Satan takes much out of your life and returns it all after much delay. To hell with it. I'm not interested. So let's go now to Planet Alert for July 2020. In her article, she talked about the July 4th eclipse. We are starting to move into that energy now, which is a lunar full moon eclipse on July 4th. So now I question the veracity and the attitude or even the character of those beings who canalize certain those people who canalize certain aliens and say that everything is okay now. The crowd has lifted. The crowd now we can see clear now. I can see clear now. The rain is gone. However, now come this thing because this one is for this month, July 2020. You see, now this Rahu in Ketu is the dragon head and the dragon tail respectively. Doesn't leave nobody alone. So how things will improve when the Dracos are still in command here? So you see all those channels are all lie or bluff. You see why I go against it and I criticize it, because I find something really fishy about it. So this is on Saturday night and the sun will be on 13 degrees Cancer. I don't want to know about Cancer. I hate this horoscope, which is right over Washington DC. The moon will be on 13 degrees Capricorn. Oh, Capricorn again, which is over China. Capricorn and Cancer is too plague horoscope. This is going to be a powerful full moon and with the sun over Washington DC. I'm sure there will be more chaos caused by our leaders. Mars will be in Aries on this eclipse, so please keep your cool. Mars is considered the war planet and rules anger. Oh, not again. A week after this full moon, Mars will be squaring this eclipse degree and may trigger more strong energy. In other words, the energy from the end of June until July 14 will be a very intense time period indeed. So what with all this canalization that everything is okay now because the dark force has gone, because the light has won the battle, and even this lady herself, this lady here who is giving all this material, this talk here, she herself has said that though she always saying in fact that the light is winning, and every time she says the light wins, the light won, the light has won, and yet they come back here again and then say, oh, things has turned, the turn wheel has turned, and then things has become upturvy again. So how to trust all these canalizations that you see online about aliens? I tell you, all these are lies, all bluffy. Do not believe in sweet talking, because there's no such thing. This world is about duality and will always be this way. The changes is in you yourselves. You cannot wait for government and for aliens to do the changes for you. You yourself has to do that. Starting from me, start from you, start from she, and starting from he. You understand? There's no such thing as there will be a Messiah, a Savior. There's no such thing, and aliens will not help. Aliens lie, and they will not help nobody. It's a lie when they say that, oh, the light is on, now there's some peace come down the earth. Where? And then suddenly the astronomy says another thing. Astrology, it has something to do with astronomy. Planets says another thing. So who to trust? You see, we are in a very, like a puzzle, something like we are in a maze that is very difficult to come out, very difficult to find the way out, you see. So it's not easy. Mars is considered the war planet and rules anger. A week after this full moon, Mars will be squaring this eclipse degree and may trigger more strong energy. I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. So do not be fooled and do not be deceived um, into thinking that things will changing overnight and then there's everything okay, that you are safe. No, no such thing. In other words, the energy from the end of June until July 14 will be a very intense period. This eclipse is on 13 degrees. The number 13 is the number of the goddess in the Mayan calendar. It's based on the number 13. Oh, what's so great about this number? I was born in September 13, but what's so great about it? I mean, really. What goddess? What goddess? And the Mayan calendar is based on the number 13. In the Mayan calendar, the time bandits from Jupiter and Saturn stole time and changed the number 13 to the number 12, so they could shut out the goddess. They even ignored the 13th sign of the zodiac, which is Ophiuchus and Asclepius. So I'm a goddess, and everybody who is born in the 13 is a goddess, or is the daughter of the goddess, something like that. Not sure. And who's this goddess? And they changed it, the 13 to 12. The 12, they say the 12 council, the council of 12 actually. Before was the council of 13. And actually there was supposed to be a 13 horoscope. Now we have 12, right? But however, in some Oriental zodiac is, I guess that's supposed to. I'm not sure it's Oriental, but in some other zodiacs, it was supposed to be the 13 number of the zodiac will be the dragon. Okay, and it was taken away for some reasons. However, in the Oriental zodiac horoscope, they still retain the dragon in there. And then, but that's not the case with the horoscope which we have in the time of the Mesopotamians, and which come from the Middle East to the Occident, you see. So a woman has 13 cycles in 1 year, I guess, 13 menstrual cycles. The moon itself is 13 cycle, and the month in a year is supposed to be 13 and not 12 a month. But yes, a year is supposed to have 13 months, alright, not 12 as we have right now, because some hierarchy, the male hierarchy, which is controlled by Enki, the devil himself is called devil. What else? And Satan, he wanted to downplay the goddess. She could be his mother from Orion. And then what happened? They changed it. They changed it to number 12 for the number 13. Okay, so 13th sign of the zodiac, which is Ophiuchus, Asclepius, which is the sign of his spider grandmother. Oh my God! Oh my gosh, that's terrible. These spiders are demonies. Many people have spotted this spider, and these are demonies itself. And the people who has that in these people are terrible, and they are very strong-minded. You be careful with them. You cannot easily win those people because their mind is very powerful, and they are very, very clever. And you cannot outsmart them, so be careful with the people, the 13 people who spun her web and control the other signs of the zodiac. Okay, let me read it again. 13th sign of the zodiac, which is Ophiuchus, Asclepius. Okay, the 13th sign of the zodiac is Ophiuchus and Asclepius, but some say it will be is the dragon, which is the sign of the spider grandmother, who spun her web and controlled the other signs of the zodiac until her power was taken away. She is taking back her power now because there was a tremendous explosion in the Ophiuchus. Am I say it properly? I mean, pronounce it properly. Ophiuchus constellation on February 27, 2020. Oh my goodness. The virus. Yes, the spider, yeah. And she was the scorpion. Yeah. And they say that they bring in diseases, you see. They bring in viruses and diseases when they are angry. I heard about it. And so it all comes, all fits, all comes, all the puzzles come together now. Spider, the virus, and the February. Here is a link to that explosion of your supercluster explosion. Oh my God, we are never free from all these demonies, from all this chaos and trouble here. Why don't these creatures don't just get out and leave their species here alone? Get out, get out, get out. And the Scorpio, you know, this grandmother spider is a Scorpio. She's not just a spider, she's a Scorpio, you see? She has a name that I forgot. She's very well known in ancient Egypt. And Yes, I saw them here on April. I mean, April, March. They pay me a visit, but it was a dark kind of creature, like a woman, very tall and dark skin, and she was wearing black and red. It's a very intense color. And yeah, she was with a man, and they came and said that they were the one responsible for the virus. On this upcoming full moon, Jupiter will be on 23 degrees Capricorn, and Pluto will be on 24 degrees Capricorn. Oh, leave this. I hate this horoscope. And they are both in a square to Iris, the goddess of chaos. 12 Iris. Pluto rules plagues. Oh, viruses. So this mean what? The virus will get on. We continue. It goes on and on and on. So Pluto rules plagues. So all come together. The goddess, the demoness, not goddess, demoness. She could be the same as Kalimata, what this is, or they can take any form they want to. And um, they sometimes come as a spider, sometimes as a scorpio. Okay. Uh, so virus and bacterial infections. This 24 degree of Capricorn means a woman entering a convent. A woman entering a convent. No wonder we have been shut in for such a long period of time because of the virus. People are starting to get restless, and that is one of the reasons they have been demonstrating. Jupiter will be retrograding away from Pluto in mid-July, so maybe the virus will slow down until November, when Jupiter again conjuncts Pluto. Then another wave may come. You understand? They will plan it for September, and then they will release it slow on November, and then we'll take a peak on January to February next year. Again conjunct Pluto. Then around the winter solstice, Jupiter will be conjunct Saturn in the sign of Aquarius. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius, the age of Saturn itself. From all I know, the North Node was in Cancer for a year and a half, and May the Node moved into Gemini. Gemini is okay, but not Cancer. Please, no Cancer, no Pluto, no Aquarius, which is a fast-acting sign, and the demonstration started. The North Node, Gemini is good for talk, talk, talk. That's Gemini. Is now on 28 degrees Gemini, and the South Node is in Sagittarius, which is the sign of freedom. Now the North Node is on the degree that means a release from unbearable pressures. Free one for new tasks. We are at a turning point. The July 4th eclipse will be the last eclipse in Cancer for a long time. Amen. Amen to that. Cancer get away. Cancer symbolizes dramas, melancholy, um, fake victimism, diseases, fake victimism where there's no self pity, selfishness, egocentrism. That's Cancer. Cancer rules the home. No way. Family and sickness. No way. Cancer rules the ego, the selfishness, the crying, the drama, the victimism. That's Cancer for you. Gemini and Sagittarius rule freedom. Yep, that's true. With an entirely different energy. Oh, keep Gemini and Sagittarius, please. But I suit better in the signs of the zodiac. I'm better this way. Oh, get lost from here. I don't use Talk just for look for some pictures to expose some malfactor, some scoundrel here. Oh, get lost, man. Just get lost. Saturn and the sign of Aquarius. This is the dawn of the age of Aquarius. The North Node was in Cancer for a year and a half and made the Node move it into Gemini with a past acting. Okay. The North Node is now on 21 degrees Gemini and the South Node in Sagittarius is the sign of freedom. Now the North Node is on the degree that means a release from unbearable pressures. Free one for new task. We are at a turning point. The July 4th eclipse will be the last eclipse in Cancer for a long time. Keep Cancer away, please. I think we will see much action from July. See much action from this July 4th lunar eclipse because Mars is in Aries on 4th degrees. This degree means the progressive polarization released by a sense of identification with a greater whole. Mars will be in Aries until January 6, 2021. Wow! Here in Seattle, we have a new little city called Jazz. It's Jazz or Guys? Guys. Jazz or Guys in the middle of our city. There is a talk of this being taken down this weekend at the time of the full moon. Please send lights to Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone or CHIZ. We do not need any more violence in our city. Thank you. Good. And what they call it, a lot of Lloyd. Venus, the goddess planet, finished her 8-year cycle on June 3 and now she is in a new 8-year cycle. It takes Venus 8 years to create a 5-pointed star in the heavens, which forms a beautiful design. The tribulation talked about in the Bible started on December 26, 2004, with a large tsunami in Southeast Asia that killed thousands of people. Devastating. Also in South Asia, not just Southeast Asian, but South Asian. The tribulation started then because the dwarf planet Eris was announced on January 5, 2005, and she's the planet of chaos. We entered the era of chaos at the time, and it continues until today. Yeah, right. And then come some idiots, self-deluded idiots, say that the chaos is gone. This is idiot just give some brief response from chaos, you see, before they started again. Just mark my word, in September they will stage another nonsense, another rubbish agenda. It's coming. Just wait. They just give a brief response, some kind of vacation. That will be July, August, and middle September. From there on, hell will start to break loose one more time. There was another large tsunami in Japan, and in 2010, which was very 2011, is it 11, which was very destructive, and there has been many large earthquakes, hurricanes, storms, flooding, and fires all over the world. Of course, done by who? Aliens. Aliens. Done by who? Aliens. Done by who? Aliens. And their minions and here in power. The chaos continues, and the chaos has built up to the breaking point where there will be change before too long, because out of chaos comes a new creation. I hope so, lady. I really, really hope so, because this has been going on and on and on, and it's not new. Long time ago it was even worse. Before the years 2000 was even far worse than what we have right now. All kind of viruses, diseases, chaos on the planet, like volcano explosion, earthquakes, etc. It's nothing new. It's just history being revisited again by who? By aliens and those that works for them in here on earth. We are now in the great tribulation that's talked about in the Bible. We entered this time period on May 24, 2020, when the demonstration started because of the death of that person. And this is all victim because of the zodiac sign of Cancer. Cancer is about me, just myself. You see, it's all about victim, because everybody suffers in this planet. You don't have to be black, you don't have to be white, you don't have to be non-black, you don't have to be green, blue, purple to suffer. No, suffering has no skin color. When the demonstration started, because of now we have combination of the virus and the demonstration all over the world, with Mars and Aries in the southern node and Sagittarius. I guess that all this protest is about is false flag to cover up for something else, you know. They want to cover up, they want to divert attention. This is all about false flag. With Mars and Aries in the southern node and Sagittarius, there will be definitely the people standing up and demanding their freedom. This will include black people, white people. Hey, wait a minute. Why have to be black people? Why have to be white people? Why have to be Chinese people? Why have to be Martians? Why not just say human? The human species, not color. Not because you are Chinese, not because you are white, not because because you are black. No such thing. Not because you are Latin Americans. That's rubbish. You fight because you want your freedom as a human, okay? A human being, a species, and not a ethnic group. That's nonsense. That's stupid. It is as stupid as the stupid can get. And everyone else in the world, we are also in the cats and the dogs. Hey, what about the cats and the dogs? Why they don't go to protesters? How about the camels? How about the horses? What about the cow? The cow, Sally saw the cow. What about the bull? Why they too don't go and protest? Why? Why has to be, because I have black skin. Oh, because I am yellow skin and then I have to go there and protest. That's nonsense, nonsense, nonsense. Two people will be a field. We are also in the time period of two people being a field and doing what in the field? Plundering or do something stupid thing. What are they doing in the field? One will be taken and one will be left. This separation is going on right now with the virus and by people choosing which timeline they want to be on. We are at the time of the end. Yeah, conclusion for aliens. Why? Why? Because aliens want to divide us. Aliens want to create a new species of human, which is half robot, half human, half machine, half human. That's their new agenda, their new plan for humanity. And they do not have this right. They will have to prove that they are gods, the infinite source, in order to do that. They don't have. They want to destroy all the organic creation created by the infinite source, and they want to turn everything into artificial machinery stuff. Okay, all this is done by aliens. The battle is not flesh with flesh, and yes, with those who hide behind the veil of deceit. And the idiots here start to, they just, everything they consent, everything they kind of agree. They do not question, they agree. Humans are so stupid, they are rather go fight. Oh, because I'm black, I'm gonna fight the others. Oh, because I'm white, uh, I'm gonna have discrimination against the blacks. You see, instead of join force, instead of go against the Jews who want our ruins, which is the aliens, they go against one another. They're stupid. You're stupid. See? Aliens want our end. That's why they give this timeline rubbish. Which side you want to go? Which reality you want to take? Do you want this new reality? Or do you want another reality? That's the future. Like, you know that cartoon, The Jetsons? Yeah, that one. Do you want to be like the Jetsons? Or do you want to be like the time of the industries, when the industry sports started in the 20th century? Or do you want to be like the cave people? Do you want that? You choose. The choice is yours, but you have to make a choice. Hey, you cannot ask people to make a choice. Okay? We are living the way we want. We have the right to say what we want and which timeline we want to be. If you want this timeline, so let it be. You all go get off here, because you all are foreigners to this planet. You all do not belong to this planet. Okay? Let the alien decide for themselves what they want, and what they want is the present time, or perhaps if I want to choose, I want the 70s. I want the 60s. I want the 60s. I love the 60s, the decade of 60s. I love the 70s, even though I was not an adult back in the 60s, even though I was not an adult back in the 70s, even though I was not very old, I was not quite an adult back in the 80s, I still want to go back to the 70s as a little girl, and I want to go back to the 60s. if I have a choice. The last 3.5+ years has been very chaotic because we elected a president who was born with his Saturn on 23 degrees. Cancer! He's a Gemini, but he's Cancer. Oh my God. This explained the outburst of that man in the Silent Sea. Kind of mix up with Gemini, Cancer and Gemini. Become a field of stupidity in a lunacy. An exact square to Iris on 20 degrees Aries. Aries, okay. Aries is just funny going. That man is not funny going at all. He doesn't even laugh like in Aries people. Aries people love his animal. Aries people loves to laugh. There's a little child in every Aries person. He's the king of chaos. We needed someone to create this great chaos because out of chaos comes a new creation. Because he's president of the USA, he seems to affect the whole world. No, it's not about Trump. It's not Trump who's created all this chaos, silly lady. It's the aliens, the one you are worshipping. Jerusalem has the word USA. Nonsense lá, estúpido de human, senile. When the Bible talks about Jerusalem and the prophecies, is really referring to the United States. That's nonsense, old lady. The lineup of planets in Capricorn in January indicated it was time for governments to change. Pluto, yeah, governments to change or aliens to take over and change the government. Pluto is the planet that destroys things or takes them down. Yeah, done by aliens. Pluto also rules viruses and bacteria infections. Pluto is in Capricorn, which rules governments. To hell with Pluto, to hell with Capricorn. Pluto has been in square aspect to Iris for a while now, and that has caused the virus and the transformation of our government. Pluto is now conjunct Jupiter, which is a very large planet. This energy has caused the virus to go out of control, so we are all wearing masks to keep from getting the virus, and it doesn't solve. Mask is not 100% safe. Jupiter will move into Aquarius in December, so the virus will probably be gone by then. By December, I do not think so. I think it will be gone by this month. Oh, it's gone. Slowly it's gone. I had a dream 10 years ago that first we were sleeping. When we woke up, everything has changed, and there was no government, and we were setting up communities of light. This will probably happen on a higher frequency Earth. Maybe we will just wake up on a new Earth one day, or maybe we will be transported by ships. Or maybe we'll go to a sanatorium. If you think that aliens will come and be your savior and then save people here, and then maybe you need some that harness. We have gone through much dark energy in the past few months, and now it's time to come into the light. You have said that many times, woman. You are senile, demented. There's nonsense. Every year for many years already, I think since 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I have been post this lady talks, and every time she talk about light, about improvement, and nothing really happens. Nothing really improves on temporarily before new storm come brewing again. The next day and last prophecy is the return of the ships of light and the movement to the new earth. Yeah, where you become a robot. See? You're gonna become an AI. I'm almost positive this will happen before the end of this year. Nonsense or delayed, nothing gonna happen. You're gonna finish this year, the same rubbish of virus, and it will slowly dissipate and it will return again next year. And nothing really gonna happen, nothing. Maybe some earthquakes, some isolated areas in sequences, and floods for next year. That's it. And most this will happen, can hardly wait. Wait forever. And better yet, take a nice, comfy mattress and then sit down and to wait. Because if you have to sit down, you're gonna get tired. And especially so if you stand up and wait for the aliens to save you. That's nonsense.